Disney insists on winning Johnny Depp back. Johnny Depp is one actor who's got it all: looks, money, fame, and a top-notch career. For many years, he was one of the highest-paid actors, and producers were lining up to have him in their movies. For sure, whatever movie Johnny is in will clearly be a blockbuster. However, allegations of domestic violence made by Johnny's ex-wife caused severe damage to Depp's name and career. Amber Heard wrote an op-ed in the Washington Post in which she claimed that she was a victim of domestic violence. Though unnamed, all insinuated that Heard was referring to her marriage to Depp. And now, no one wants to be associated with Depp anymore. Petitions were made for him to be removed from the Pirates of the Caribbean and Fantastic Beasts franchises, and Disney was quick to make such a move. The people behind Disney have announced that Johnny Depp will no longer play the beloved character Jack Sparrow in the latest installment of the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. Though they gave out various reasons for dropping him, everybody's guess was that it was mainly because of the serious allegation. However, a sudden turn of events happened when Johnny Depp won his defamation trial against his ex-wife. Disney wanted him back. Disney, instead of moping over their bad decision, did not waste any seconds and was warming up to reconnect with Depp. Winning Johnny Depp back was the first item on their agenda. Depp has narrated during the defamation trial what he truly felt when Disney decided to cut ties with him. Feeling hurt was an understatement. He was betrayed. Captain Jack Sparrow was a character I built from the ground up and was something that I, of course, put a lot of myself into. And also, having worked on these films with these people, I added much of myself, much of my own rewriting of the dialogue and scenes and jokes. I didn't quite understand how, after that long relationship and certainly a successful one for Disney, suddenly I was guilty until proven innocent. He continued on to say that Disney was now approaching him to take part in Pirates 6. He shared, "My feeling was that these characters should be able to have their proper goodbye, as it were. A franchise can only last for so long, and there is a way to end a franchise like that. And I thought that the characters deserved to have their way out, to end the franchise on a very good note. I planned on continuing until it was time to stop." Johnny Depp has admitted that his career was badly affected after the op-ed was published. Even if his name was not mentioned specifically, everybody knew that it was him. The media was quick to scorn and walk all over him. For 2 years, he became a pariah. In the defamation trial, Amber Heard's legal team persuaded the jury that Disney was already planning to boot Depp out of Pirates 6 prior to the release of the op-ed. Heard's lawyer presented an article from the Daily Mail published in October 2018 that hinted that Johnny Depp was out as Jack Sparrow due to financial issues and personal dramas. The op-ed was published in December 2018. This was solid proof that Heard's op-ed had nothing to do with Depp's breakup with Disney. Depp made it clear that this was untrue, for he had already experienced bashing and being cancelled in 2016 when Amber Heard filed for a restraining order against him. What aggravated the situation was when Heard arrived in court with marks on her face. At that time, the Me Too movement was at its peak, which led people to heighten their awareness of sexual harassment and sexual assault done by men in power. This was a lost cause for Depp because many people, including his fans, believed that the allegations made by Heard were all true. Depp knew that Disney wanted to play it safe and did not want its image tainted by such an issue, so the only logical thing to do was to cut ties with him. The result? Depp's income has taken a nosedive, and he has lost an astronomical amount of $40 million.
What conclusions did you draw from your review?
I concluded that Mr. Depp suffered lost earnings of approximately $40 million.
Depp's talent manager admitted that the impact of Heard's op-ed on Johnny's career was catastrophic because it was a narration by someone who was already famous and close to Depp and not by a person seeking 15 minutes of fame. Jack Wingham, Depp's talent agent, declared in court that he only knew of the real situation about Depp's future in Pirates 6 in early 2019. The moment he fully grasped what was happening, he immediately contacted Pirates of the Caribbean's producers Jerry Bruckheimer and Sean Bailey about firing Depp. Unfortunately, discussions about bringing Depp back as Jack Sparrow were fruitless. Christian Carino, Depp's former talent agent, had a similar take on why Depp's career plummeted. He pinned the blame on Heard's allegations of domestic violence against Depp. Heard's lawyer contended in court that Carino's words were all just speculation. Carino supported his claims by telling the jury that he had a conversation with Bruckheimer, and hints were made that Depp was now out of Pirates 6. Disney had turned their backs on Johnny Depp without waiting for him to prove his innocence against the accusations. This resulted in Depp feeling abandoned and powerless, which pushed him to decide and promise in court that he would never work ever again with Disney, one of the largest entertainment empires in the world. Ben Rottenborn, one of Amber Heard's lawyers, gauged Depp's seriousness about his statement by asking him this question. The fact is, Mr. Depp, if Disney came to you with $300 million and a million alpacas, nothing on this earth would get you to go back and work with Disney on a Pirates of the Caribbean film, correct? Depp answered in the affirmative.
And the fact is, Mr. Depp, if Disney came to you with $300 million and a million alpacas, nothing on this earth would get you to go back and work with Disney on a Pirates of the Caribbean film.
That is true, Mr. Rottenborn.
Now that Depp has won the defamation trial, Disney is willing to take back its words and rehire him as Jack Sparrow. A former executive in Walt Disney Studios notified People magazine that there were talks about this and that Disney would do everything in their power to make Depp come and work for them again. They believe that after everything that happened, Pirates 6 would be a blockbuster because Depp did not just win the defamation case, but also the trust and love of the people once again. Seeing him play the iconic character of Jack Sparrow would surely delight the audience. The success of Tom Cruise's recent movie Top Gun: Maverick propelled Jerry Bruckheimer to cast the big names in the industry. He saw the potential of creating a blockbuster hit to be starred by profitable names like Johnny Depp. Fans of Johnny Depp did not hesitate in speaking out their dismay against Disney. Disney was unworthy of Johnny Depp. At a drop of a hat, they easily let Depp go without listening to his side. And now that he would reclaim his name and reputation, they would use him and try to conceal their bad judgment. One fan extended his sentiments on Twitter, saying that Disney was too gullible and harsh in letting Depp go just by reading an op-ed, which everyone believed to be a complete sham. Many fans were now begging Depp to think long and hard before considering working with them. They assured Depp that his loyal fans would continue to support him wherever his route was. Though nothing was conclusive yet, Disney is now displaying Depp's image as Jack Sparrow on their light shows for the first time since 2018. Could this be a clue that Depp may be reconnecting with Disney? Rumor has it that Johnny Depp may be back as Jack Sparrow after all, despite telling the court he would never work with the entertainment giant again. Recent reports said that Depp was signing a $301 million contract for his comeback. Depp's representative had denied any reports claiming that Depp was willing to join hands with Disney again. Will Johnny Depp withdraw his statement and decide to continue playing Jack Sparrow, or will he stand true to his words and never work with Disney again? Share your thoughts with us in the comment section. Are you not entertained? If you are, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.